Well, today makes it exactly 1 month since the Lekki shootings. Well, the panel looking into the shootings as well as police brutality at John's seating a short while ago. Well, Arise correspondent Sheito Atigari is live now at the Lekki Toll Plaza. Sheito, glad to have you join us again. Bring us up to speed with the latest.
I mean, we just left the Judicial Panel of Inquiry, and like you said in your introduction, today makes it exactly 1 month since the Lekki tollgate incident, the shootings, of course. And as you can see, traffic is obviously going very smoothly. Since it's been a month, the Judicial Panel of Inquiry did tell the Lagos State government that it is still a crime scene until they deem it fit to be open again for business. As you can see, the toll is still free. People are still going past. And of course, coming from the Judicial Panel of Inquiry that in itself ended very early today, it does bring up the question of how long this is going to take. So far, I don't think they've been able to do up to 10 petitioners, been able to take their testimony as well as the testimony of these police officers that are the respondents in this case. So it really begs the question, if 6 months is going to be enough time for them to listen to all the petitioners and of course not give judgment but give recommendation to the Attorney General, of course. So of course I have to ask, is this going to be for the next 6 months? Is the toll going to be left open for the next 6 months? Only time can tell. But for now, just standing here brings to my memory what happened on the 20th of October 2020. That morning, that evening, there were protesters gathered around here, peaceful protesters, so to speak. And I mean, we know what happened by the time it was 7 p.m., 7:30. Right now, it's still a tussle between the military, of course, and protesters and private citizens, Nigerian citizens that were there, with the military saying, you know what, we didn't at that time shoot directly at the crowd, and there are protesters saying that in fact there are people who lost their lives here at the Lekki toll gate that fateful night.
Thanks, Shaitan. You know, that's what I was going to ask you, because exactly 1 month ago today, you were also at the Lekki toll in the afternoon, covering what was going on at the process. We were corresponding with you, telling you to please be safe. I remember how worried I was. How does it feel for you being back there now, exactly 1 month later, having also sat in several sittings at the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry week after week? How does it feel for you?
I mean, I must say at this point is I really appreciate what the Judicial Panel of Inquiry is doing, and based on the resources that they have, and of course the different parties that they have to deal with to present this case forward and make sure they give the right recommendation. It is very difficult. It is very frustrating. First off, to answer your first question, being here, I'm not going to lie to you, Leila. For every time I've had to go through the Lekki toll gates during the day or even at night, it always gives me the chills, because I remember very clearly that we were on the other side of the toll gate when we did in fact see the military approaching. We had to go to the other end where Oriental is and drive back towards the office because we were not sure what was going to happen. So just being here, it still gives me, sends the chills down my spine, just thinking that people did lose their lives here. And of course, when you speak to my confidence in the Judicial Panel, like I said, they are doing their best, but then they are fighting against what I would call very, very strong powers. If you remember the day we had to visit the military hospital at Awolowo Road, they were met with a lot of resistance. They tried to view some of the bodies that they had gotten information from to just kind of see if there are people that could be identified, people that had lost their loved ones. And you can remember how difficult it was for the panel and the press to in fact make their way into the hospital. Today again, we're seeing the same thing with the Nigerian police force, the legal counsel saying that they're not able to present these police officers. It begs the question, are they saying that the Nigerian police force cannot track down members of its own unit? It makes you worry if any justice is going to come out of this. I was speaking to the two petitioners who had to come in today, and you could tell that they were frustrated. Their cases had been adjourned 3 times in just 1 month. So what message does this send out to other petitioners who are scared to even tell their story, or who just believe that this in itself is a waste of time? So at this point, Leila, I have to say, even though I am impressed with what they've been able to do so far, I'm also a bit dissatisfied with how the other parties involved are dragging their feet, so to speak.
All right, Chaito, thank you so much. I remember that eventually they were allowed to get in just, well, thank you so much.